Hello guys and welcome to Laravel 7 tutorials. So guys, in the previous video we successfully implemented the update functionality that was related to our blocks, and I hope you guys love those videos. Why? Because there was a lot of stuff for you to learn. Okay, and in this specific video we are going to implement the delete functionality once again that is related to blocks, and I hope you guys are going to love this as well, because once again you have a lot of things to learn from right here, because we are going to we are not just going to delete the block, but we are going to delete the relationship that we implemented. Okay, so without further talking, let's move. And first of all, I will move to git bash, and I have already accessed my project directory and folder right here. So what I'm going to do is php artisan serve. Okay, and now let's move to Google, and I'm going to access my project. Let's move to login. I'm going to type my credentials right here, and that's it, login. Let's move to blog section. Okay, so right here we can see our blogs in a list. In listing, we implemented the database data tables, sorry, as you remember. Okay, let's move forward, and in this video we are going to implement the delete. So let's say if I click on this delete, you can see right here the default behavior of the browser is interrupting us. Let's say if I click delete and my basically the scroll bar is right here. Let's say I'm going to click delete, and you can see it moving up. So this is what we use the prevent default for. Let's move to Sublime. Okay, and first of all I'm going to access the blade. We don't need to work on the blade, but I just want to show you. Okay, so this is what our blade blocks blade looks like right here, and we implemented this blocks listing based on the data table. So let's move there, and I will access public folder backend partials blogs.js right here. Okay, so this is where we implemented our blog listing related to data tables. Okay, so let's move forward, and now in this video we are going to implement the delete. So what we need to do, we need to do some minor changes. Okay, first of all I'm going to uncomment this code right here, because we have already implemented this code multiple times. Okay, so let's put a comment right here for delete tag, and let's change it to delete block. Okay, let's move up. Let's start from the beginning right here. This is the anchor for the delete you are watching right here. Okay, so let's make some changes. I don't want the delete tag class. In this case I want the delete block class. That's it. Okay, and let's move forward. If we have any other unnecessary class, no. Okay, so now let's move to the document function that we are waiting for the click event to happen, so that we can proceed or get the ID of a specific row. First of all, we are waiting for this page so that it's ready, and we can implement our request based on that. Let me remove this hash. Okay, so now this page is ready. You can see basically this is what we are waiting for. Once the page is ready, the document is ready, what you have to do is you have to listen for the document, and let's say we are going to check for the click event on this delete tag class. Not delete tag, I'm going to change it. In this case it should be delete block. Okay, same as this class, delete block. Okay, let's say let me show you right here as well, so you can understand it better. Inspect, we are assigning this delete tag class to all of these anchors. Let me put cursor on one, sorry, right here. Okay, so right here you can see the delete block class with the ID of 10. Let's check another one, this one, let's say. So right here delete block, and the ID is 8. Okay, first of all, when we are listening for the click event on this delete block when the document is ready, and on the document we are waiting for the click event to happen on this delete block class. Okay, once that is done, what I want right here is event.prevent default, so that the browser scroll bar doesn't move like this from bottom to up. Okay, so we are preventing that default behavior. Let's move forward. Then I am creating an ID, var ID. I am just explaining it once again. Why? So that the people joining us right now in this blogging system can understand it better. Okay, so then I created a variable with the name ID, and I am waiting and I'm getting the ID whichever button. In this case, the row, each row contains a specific ID that is related to that specific record. I'm waiting for the click event. When the click event happens, I want the specific ID of the record on which I clicked right here with the help of this delete block. Okay, so right here, this this refers to the one record that you are going to click. Let's say I'm going to click this one, so this means right here this row, specific row, and I'm going to get the ID with the help of this class. Okay, let's move forward. Once that is done, we are going to get the ID right here. Then we implemented the swell fire so that we can get a confirmation, because the user won't be able to revert this action. Okay, so right here you can see the swell fire confirmation, and you can read it, go along. That's it. Let's move forward, and let's say if we clicked on the confirmation button, in that case what we are going to do, we are going to implement an AJAX request that has a URL, base URL, in this case localhost, and then delete tag, and I am going to change this delete tag to delete block. Okay, and we are going to pass the ID that we got from right here. Okay, so this is going to be our URL now, and the type of the request would be get process data false, content type false. Okay, once everything is fine and we are getting success from the controller, and we are going to land right here in this section. Okay, basically the success function. So we are going to once again hit a swell fire, or you can say a swell modal, and the icon would be success, title would be success, text would be, let's say, blog deleted successfully. And then we are going to reload our data table that is right here, that has basically when we implemented our blog related data table, we assigned it with the variable of var table right here. So we are using that specific variable table, and we are implementing the built-in Laravel refresh or reload function, that is ajax.reload, so that we don't have to refresh the page and our records get refreshed on its own. Okay, so once everything is fine, we are going to see this modal, success modal, and let's say in any case, let's say if we got any sort of error, we are going to land right here, and we are going to show icon error, title not found, sorry, we were unable to find this record. So that's it from this end. And let's say if you want to if you are interested to know more about these videos, because we have already implemented all this stuff multiple times and in great detail in the categories CRUD section. So what you can do, let's say if you are not familiar with these terms, what you can do is you can move to CRUD category related video, where we have discussed each of these lines in great detail. Okay, so let's move forward. In this case, we are hitting this route or URL, you can say. So let's create this URL so that we can implement our delete functionality. So for that, Control P, I will move to web.php right here. Let's create a route get, and let's say delete blog, and with the ID, we are expecting an ID. Okay guys, because without an ID we can't delete a block, as simple as that. Block controller, and I want to hit delete blog method. That's it. Now we don't have this delete blog method inside our block controller, so what we are going to do, we are going to create it. First of all, let me correct my mistake right here. Okay, let's move to block controller. Let's move down. right here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to implement my delete functionality right here, because this is right here in this method we are just using to delete the image, and I want to implement the CRUD let's say in sequence: create, read, update, delete. So that's why, okay, that's the only reason. If you want to, you can create this method right here as well. Delete blog public function delete blog, and we are expecting an ID right here. So let's dd the ID so that we are assured that we are not doing any sort of mistake. Let's refresh. Okay, let's move to network tab, and let's say if I'm going to click this delete on the 10th ID, delete. Are you sure this is the confirmation? Yes. Okay, so right here we are successfully hitting our controller specific method that is related to delete block. Right here you can see the ID. Okay, so everything is working perfectly fine. Now with the help of ID we can find our block that is related to that specific ID. Let's do that. $blog find or fail, let's say in this time as well, $ID. Okay, so we are going to get our blog right here. If you want to confirm it, you can do dd $blog. Okay, so okay, let me do that for you because I know you guys are lazy. Okay, $blog. Let's do a refresh once again so we can see the changes. Delete, yes, delete, and right here we have a specific block that is related to ID tag. Okay, so we are getting each and every detail. Okay, let's move forward. Okay, and you can see we are seeing the success modal. Why? Because we are not returning everything and everything is working fine. So once we successfully dd from right here, we are moving right here in the success function. That's why you are seeing this modal. Okay, no need to worry about. Okay, let's move forward, and now I will just confirm. Let's say if in any case we don't have a blog, what we can do, if $blog, you have to run this specific block code block. That is, let's say first of all I'm going to assign a path so that we can delete the image that is related to the specific block that we want to delete, and the path would be, let's say, images. I just need to make sure, yeah, images slash, and let's put a slash right here as well, images, and the name of the further folder is blog image that contains the images. Let's move forward, and I want to get the image so that we can delete it. And how are we going to do that? Simple, $blog image. That's it, guys. Now I want to delete the image first before let's say before deleting the blog. First what we need to do is delete the image. So let's do that. $this delete image, and I'm going to pass the path, and let's say an image. Okay, and now what we are going to do, let's say everything was working perfectly fine. We found a record, we are in this blog, we assigned the path, we assigned the image. Then what we are doing is we are hitting block controller. Basically $this refers to block controller class right here, and I want to access the method that is inside block controller, and the name is delete image in this case right here. Okay, so we are assigning the path and the image so that we can unlink the image or delete the image from the folder. First it is going to make sure that this file exists, and we are assigning the path right here because we are with the help of this public path we are going to land in this public folder right here. And further we need to define our folder structure. Let's say in that case images, I want to move to images, and the blog images that is inside images folder. Okay, so right here we can get our images. Okay, so what it's going to do, it is going to delete the image from the folder. Then what we can do is simply delete the blog delete. That's it, guys. Okay, so once the blog is deleted, what we can do is return simply success. That's it. And let's say if someone tries to manipulate with the records and he wants to delete some other record that actually does not exist. So what we can do is basically we can put an else condition, else return response JSON error, and error message would be, let's say, not found, and the error code will be, let's say, 404 not found. Okay, so now everything should work like a charm. Let's move, and I'm going to do a refresh. Okay, so let's try to delete this 10th record. Okay, let's do that. Delete, just delete it, and now you can see we are hitting the delete block URL right here, and we have a success message. This means success block deleted successfully. And now you can see the table is reloaded, so we can't see our 10th record because it is really deleted. Sorry guys, sorry. Okay, let's move forward, and right here you can't see the 10th block because it's already deleted. Okay, let's move forward and let's try with another one. And yes, I would just want to show you one more thing, that we are successfully deleting our relational data as well. Okay, let's move to blogging, the database that relates to us and blogs. So when we delete a specific blog, we are simply deleting the user ID and the category ID as well. But for the blog tags, because with the help of migration, we implemented the cascade method, so that let's say if someone is going to delete the blog, what you have to do, you have to delete the relational data as well. Okay, so by default, we don't need to do anything. It is automatically, Laravel is efficiently going to remove the relational data from right here. If you want to take a look, you can take a look right here. Let's see, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13, and right here you can see 14 and 15 records are missing from right here. Let me show you with another example. Let's try this second block, edit. I just want to show you the tags first. Okay, so it contains 2 tags. Okay, let's move back, and I'm going to delete the second record right here. Delete, yes, delete it. Block successfully deleted. Now the second record is removed from right here using the reload function, and let's do a refresh right here, so you can see the changes. You can count the records and you will have a missing one. 1 2 3 4 5s are missing right here. Okay, so everything is working perfectly fine, guys. So I hope you guys are liking this. Okay, just want to mention one more thing, that is, let's say if we are going to click on this delete, and let's say if we click on the cancel, nothing is going to happen. You can take a look right here. When I click cancel, nothing is going to happen. We are not going to hit any specific URL. Okay, because we have wrote a condition. Let's say if swell fire has a confirmation, then you have to move and you have to implement the AJAX request right here, or else you don't have to do anything. That's it. Okay, and one last thing, that is, I want to show you. Let's say if someone tries to manipulate our data, let's say the 9th record, and I'm going to make it 19. Okay, which really doesn't exist in the database. So let's try to delete it now. Are you sure you won't be able to revert this? Yes, delete it. Okay, not found. Sorry, we were unable to find this record. You can type whatever you like right here. Okay, so I just wanted to show you that everything is working perfectly fine. If you see any bug, you can comment and we will take a look at it together. Okay, so I hope you guys like this video and it was really helpful for you. I know, guys. Okay guys, so I hope you guys like this video. If you liked it, please like, subscribe and share. Thank you, take care, and yes guys, be ready. Okay, take care.